Good afternoon. I have some home improvement-y bits to do in this room. It won't be finished because I'm waiting for like a poster frame that I've got off of Etsy. I'll share where I buy it from because they're also vegan owned, and yes, lovely and small, and it's actually a custom order because the poster I'm hanging up is like an odd shape, odd size even. So I have lots of pictures to hang up on this wall, and I have my partner's toolbox to help me. And I did also buy some naily things. I got these picture hooks from Homebase a couple of weeks ago. For this little one, I'm just using some white tack that I don't know where it came from. I've had it in my drawer for ages. I never bought it. It's probably 10 years old maybe. So I'm just going to hang it up with that because it's got nothing to hang up with. I'm very happy with that. I think it looks very nice. Shame about there's like some paint missing at the top. But yeah, all of these frames are actually secondhand. This was a gift from my parents. It is a bit broken, the glass, but that's okay. This is something I got from my partner on our anniversary many moons ago. We got this as like an alternative card from my parents when we got engaged. And this is a picture of us at a wedding, and secondhand frame. It does need kind of touching up a bit, but yeah, I think it looks lovely. Now, I also bought this lampshade when I went to the charity donation centre the other day, which is just very nice, very simple. I hate our lampshade here. It's really dirty and it's really old, and so thought I would change it. I think I paid £3 for this. It's quite a nice warm neutral tone as well. So I'm going to try and change that because the light's been off all day because it's like early evening now, and see how well I do. How many vegans does it take to change a light bulb? 1. I've finished the office. I haven't shown much of the kind of process of cleaning and decluttering the office because my partner's always working in here. So I'm just going to quickly show you now. You can kind of see some of it. From the last time I did a video that involved the office, we have got this beautiful piece of artwork. Let me turn you around. So we have this beautiful piece of art which is by a local artist, and we got it professionally framed. I got it for my partner for his birthday, so that's lovely. I washed the curtains and we rehung them, cleaned all the surfaces, windows. We did have a futon frame, but I found that it made the futon more uncomfortable. So now it lives on the floor with this old bed sheet covering it, so it's nice. And this blanket was in the living room. I made this cushion cover from old t-shirts, my partner's old t-shirts. And then this is the tent that the poles we need to sort out. But yeah, so that's all nice, and that's like our spare bed. And then this is just an old thing. Everything's nice and tidy here. Our printer, because we do print. I print for uni. I get printer credits and stuff from the government, so I'm going to print my notes. This is his sit-stand desk, and I think this was even secondhand. Not sure, but yeah, this is his desk. This is our vintage bookshelf with all of our hardbacks and books we don't want in direct sunlight because it's north facing, and our powerlifting bar because why not. And we hung the pictures, just like a picture of my partner and his family crest and his degree. And then down here is a sneak peek, my baby cousin's first birthday present. I got this little trolley thing. Can you see? I got it from a vintage shop. It's so gorgeous. I just need to tighten these and varnish it, and I made him this bunting. By the time hopefully when this video goes up, his birthday would have already been and gone, so no one's spoiled, but it's so cute, so I've left it there so I can varnish it because it's not far away. And yeah, I've organised everything in this cupboard as well and cleaned it, but yeah, that's the office and the rest of the tent. Yeah, looking very nice. Good evening. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually fixing our curtains. So the curtains have like a pole that goes along the bottom that like weighs the curtains down, but sadly at some point the glue, because I did wash the curtains but it was broken before that, the glue or the adhesive that was holding the fabric together has just gone. So I don't have any glue, so I'm going to sew it on my sewing machine and then feed the pole back through and hope that works, and then hang these up again. Another day, another home improvement. It has been a few days since I've done anything. I went away for a few days, and yeah, anyway, but just before literally about half an hour before I walked out the door on Thursday, it's now Monday, this arrived, and this is the only new thing I've bought for my home improvements. I got this from a small company on Etsy called Grey in the Grove, and also the owner's actually vegan as well, which is really lovely. I had to get a custom order because the poster I'm going to use this to hang is a really awkward size. So basically it's made from, I think I went with oak, so they made it by hand. It has this really beautiful string and pins holding it, and you have a bottom and a top. And it's called a poster frame. Don't know if you've heard of them, maybe. I'd seen them, but I'd never really heard of them. So they're magnetic, and you stick the poster in between the magnetic strips. And this kind of weighs it down so it hangs, because I knew it would be really expensive to get what I want to do framed. And this was like I just thought it looked really beautiful as well with the gold string and the dark wood. And yeah, so what I'm going to hang is a map that I got given at the Polar and Climate Centre at the university I was working in for my internship in Brazil. So this is a map of Keller Peninsula, which is on King George's Island, which is off the coast of Antarctica. So you can see map of Antarctica, King George's Island, and then the Keller Peninsula is like here. Yeah. Sorry for my dirty fingers, I'm playing in the garden. So this is the map. This island, well, this peninsula is where a lot of the Brazilian research bases are. So if you go to Antarctica to research climate or ice cores, if you in Brazil, that's probably where you would go. Different places on the King George's Island have different countries. You know, there's like lots of very Polish areas, English areas, whatever. But yeah, this is just a map of it. It's a topographic map as well, so it has all the contour lines and it has all the glacier names. And if you don't already know, I'm studying glaciers for my dissertation and hopefully for my master's degree as well. I want to be a glaciologist, so glaciers are my thing. So I love Antarctica. So I'm really excited to hang this up, and it does have an extra bit just to front that, but I think it looks nice just like that. So this is what's going to hang, and I thought I wouldn't have to move something that's already there, but I think I'm going to have to because it is actually really quite long. But I'm going to pop this on and then we'll see where we hang it. Yay, I think it looks so beautiful. So, oh, that's come off, but I'll fix that in a minute. I did get it so it was a little bit too long. I think this is 48 centimetres and they recommended going for 50 just so that you have a little bit. I think it actually looks really nice with a tiny bit on each end. But I managed to get the top on so that you can still see the grid, the grid coordinates. Yes, but I just need to fix this, and you can see, so this is the polar centre I went to at UFRGS, or UGIS as they call it, and yeah, how cool is that? Oh my gosh, because this is my desk. If you didn't already know, this is a vintage bureau that I got from a like a vintage emporium, and then I have this which I also got off of Etsy, off of a small seller. And the wood is also offcuts and stuff. This is like a standing desk that I just put on my desk. I have a larger map of King Edward's Island. No, King George's Island even, off the coast of Antarctica. But that's a bit like more crumpled and creased, but I'll keep that anyway. And then this is my Vlov. So this is my like office chair that I bought myself this year, and that was where I thought I could hang it, but I think it's too long, isn't it? So I think I'm gonna have to take that out, and I was gonna have it central, but I don't know if I want it central. This is actually a rock hammer, because the university I was studying to previous to this one, my course was geoscience, so it was very heavy in geology, so I got a rock hammer. But I don't usually smash rocks now, so I use it as an actual hammer. And it's up, and this is what it looks like, and I definitely think it looks better here, because otherwise everything's a bit too central. And I just shuffled those bits over there, and I got out my other things that I brought home from Brazil, from the climate centre, a mouse mat, and then I got this given to me from just a notebook from the geosciences department which I was working in. And yeah, oh, I'm ready for uni. I think it looks so nice, and it matches my vintage furniture. This is also secondhand, so is this, so is this, so is this. Everything is, apart from the Vlov. And it matches it like so well, and I think it just looks so lovely. And oh gosh, I'm so happy with it. My next DIY home improvement, not renovation, project is going to be my footstool. I've been working on this for a while. So this is actually a flower basket that I pulled out of a skip during the lockdown, but I don't have anywhere to hang it, and I did just line it with a compost bag and then had soil in it and grew lettuce in it, but it's like they had nowhere to sit on my little balcony, so it's really strong, I can stand on it, so I've decided to make it into a footstool. And me and my partner went to our local fabric shop that sells fabrics for curtains and all kinds of home things, and we picked up fabrics. The fabric we picked is a linen blend, so it's completely natural and it's really nice, and it was actually the end of the fabric wheel and it wasn't full length, so they gave it to us for like £10, all of it, which is great. And then I also picked up some waterproofing, which was also offcuts, and I've already cut all the bits, and then I have other bits, so there'll be like the top layer, the waterproofing, and then I'll stuff it with all my old clothes which I've cut up, but I'll show you, and then I'll have this as the lining. Hello, so sorry I didn't update you the other day, but I've now done the base of my footstool. This is the inside. There is one which doesn't match, which I did previously, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. Looks nice. I am actually thinking that I may not I'm going to use this to start with, but I will eventually just collect my fabric scraps and stuff and completely close off the bottom, tuck this bit in and put a zip in and just stuff it full of fabric and scraps and thread and stuff, because I already have a lot, and I think that'll be a really good way to use things I'm not using, but I don't think I have enough yet, so I'll just keep saving it, and then maybe in the future I can make a bigger one or make a cushion or something. It's just a really great way to not throw away fabric scraps and things I can't use, because I am making a lot of bunting soon for my wedding and napkins for my wedding, so there could be a lot of scraps. Anyways, Now I need to make the top, so I have my fabric and some of the waterproofing. Guess I'll have others. I just need to measure it all out. I have some scrap bits of paper, card, like artist paper here that I will use. So yeah, I'm gonna get to cutting. Hello. So I really wanted in this video to finish my footstool, but honestly I'm just not feeling it. But I wanted to show you a few things in the kitchen first, like my cleaning cloth look. I'm just about to start cleaning the house, the flat, so yeah. So it is dirty, but we're just gonna ignore that, it's only tofu water. I went to my grandma's at the weekend, I think, so like about a week ago now almost. So she gave me 10 of these plates. They were my grandma's aunt's, so my great aunts, yes. I have 10 of them. They're gorgeous. I think they're gorgeous. Another thing I got for my grandma's is these soup bowls. These I feel like are like in every charity shop or vintage shop. You see like maybe one or two. She had the whole set, and whilst a lot of them are not vegan recipes, actually none of them are vegan recipes, I'm excited to veganise them. I've always loved them, and they're also just like nice big mugs. Hello and good afternoon. I'm so excited that now my home improvements in my living room are pretty much done, apart from making the footstool, but I'm just going to take my time with that and enjoy the process rather than rushing it. So I'll kind of show you what I've done. So the first things are behind me. I got this rug off of Facebook Marketplace for about £8, and I hand washed it, and I think it just really separates the dining and living space. This is one big room. And my coffee table I've had for a while now, it's all secondhand. All the furniture in here is actually secondhand. I also got this giant throw for the sofa, which is really lovely. It's much bigger than the other one, and it meant that I didn't need to get another bed cover for the beanie bag, because I was going to get a white single bed cover, but now there's a bigger blanket on it, it kind of covers it up anyway. Yeah, it's kind of all covered up apart from this little bit, so you can't really see the bedding underneath. Then I got some curtains. I got these off of Facebook Marketplace, and I made the tie backs from an old dressing gown string, and I think they just really changed the room, and it just looks so much better. I also moved all of our yoga stuff to behind here and under this cabinet, so it's kind of hidden and not in the corner, cluttering up the spaces, a bit more bare wall showing. The next thing I wanted to show you is just I've moved some of the plants around. All of my pots are also secondhand. So this is on my stack of dietary books, and then these are the textbooks that I use most often for uni. Had a big book declutter, so that's looking a lot better. I've also upcycled this ladder, which was just in the flat, to keep some of my plants on. So out here it's just a bit neater. All of this is secondhand, so that there's also took down all of the trellis, yeah, and I was going to use it for firewood, but then I realised it's not actually wood, it's plastic, so it's gone in the bin, sadly. Put my animal heads up here, got all my tomato plants, and I think it looks super lovely. A bit of my plant fell off, so that's not propagating, but yeah. I then was going to sort this out. This used to be a footstool, but now it holds a TV, but I couldn't be bothered, so what I've done is I've just put these books under here because I couldn't find anywhere to store them. They're more like books we like to look at, like I've got the biography of the earth and stuff like that, and then this is usually stored there. And my new duster has been so good at keeping all of this stuff like nice and tidy. And then I've moved this plant here in the corner, and it's on top of all our Game of Thrones books, and I think that looks really nice. And then just ignore all this other stuff. One final thing we did do is I had loads of hankies that I made myself many years ago, and they were so stained, so I dyed them forest green, and they're now hankies for the living room. So people use them for like food, and there's no like staining because they're not white anymore, so if you have pasta sauce or whatever. And it's one of my favourite touches in my living room is this little like hanging orangutan on my plant. And now for the bedroom, I had to do one more little thing, and that was on my bed frame. I've had this since I was 18, I think, and it was white. And then when we moved here 2 years ago, I painted it all black because I thought it just suits our aesthetic a bit more and saves us wanting to buy a new bed frame. Painted it all black, and then my partner had his desk in here for a while and the back of his chair chipped some of the paint along the top, so I just filled it in with this like Sharpie pen that I found that works well on jars, and I use it for my jars and stuff. I didn't buy it, I don't know where it came from, but it works really well. So I've done that. I've also, you saw in a previous video that I waxed all the furniture, like polished it all. My sewing machine now lives in here, it lives under the desk, and I have my picture up as you saw, just moved around a few plants and put other pictures up, and that's it really. I didn't manage to get the blind up in the end because the things that the blind clips into they've like bent or misshapen or something, so the blind's still living in the cupboard, but I'm very happy with kind of how it looks in here now. Yeah. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing how I have made home improvements as sustainably as possible, and I'm really happy with even the little improvements it's made to my space, especially when you rent and you can't do like big renovation projects. It's all the little things that really do make a difference and make it feel like a home. And yeah, so if you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below any other vloggy style videos you want to see from me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!